Let me ask you something. Have you ever finished a semester, or perhaps you're finishing a semester right now and you thought, how did it fall apart so fast? Like one minute you were keeping up and the next minute you were drowning in overdue assignments, missed emails, and sheer exhaustion. And that leads to a torturous finals period where you're calculating that grade and you're like, I only need 150% to actually pull this class out. I'm Amy. I'm an executive functioning and ADHD coach who has worked with many college students over the year. And here's the secret that I want you to know. Students don't have terrible semesters because they're not smart enough. They have terrible semesters because they don't have the skills to manage the sheer amount of invisible executive functioning that college actually requires. And if you've ever felt like you were hustling just to stay mildly behind, or like you had the ability but not the systems, or like everyone else just seemed to be handling things that felt overwhelming to you, you're in the right place. You're also in the right place if you are a parent to a student who just can't keep it together and you don't know what to do. Because today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the exact comeback plan that we use with our coaching students to recover from an awful semester without the shame, without the, you need to go back and try harder, and without pretending like your brain just works like everyone else. Okay, let's just name it. Let's just call it what it is. This semester, it might have been awful. Maybe your grades tanked. Maybe you're on academic probation now. Maybe you kind of ghosted your professors and your classes because you just were overwhelmed. Or maybe just everything snowballed so fast that you're still trying to figure out what even happened. If you have ADHD, a bad semester doesn't mean you're not smart. It means that something in the system around you is broken and needs repairing. Let's talk about a step-by-step recovery process that you can actually use to build your clarity, your confidence, and an actual plan for the next semester. And at the end of the video, if you want some extra support, I will invite you on how to join that. So here's what I need you to hear first. You are not behind because you're lazy. You are behind because college requires executive functioning skills that nobody actually has taught you how to use. And every bad semester I've ever coached a student through usually falls into one of three patterns. Number one, executive overload. Too many moving parts, classes, too many deadlines, living alone, emails, all of it. And too little structure to hold it all together. Number two, invisible burnout. Not laziness, not lack of effort. Your capacity went down and you just didn't recognize it early enough to get support. Or number three, there was no scaffolding. High school has a built-in structure. College does not. For ADHD brains, that shift is honestly brutal. And a bad semester is not a moral failure, just simply a data point that proves that you might need some support. And so once we understand the data, we can actually build a solid comeback plan. So step one, after the semester is over, if you're in the middle of finals right now and you know that the semester is going down the tube, I want you to focus on getting through finals and then come back here and let's autopsy what went wrong this semester. All right, so let's talk about what actually happened. Think of this like a flight recorder after turbulence or after a plane crash. We're not blaming the pilot. We're identifying the conditions. So you want to ask yourself these 5 questions. And seriously, pause the video if you need to write them down. Number 1. Where did you feel like things started to slide? Was it week 4? Was it after midterms? Was it when your routine changed? Or did you just never have a grasp on it at all? Number 2, what systems broke down? Was it your planning? Was it your time estimation? Was it keeping track of your deadlines? What were the actual problems that made you or that led you to having a failed semester? Number 3, were you under supported? Did you engage professors' help? Did you engage disability services help? Did you talk to your family? Did you work with your peers? Number 4, what created the most avoidance for you? This is usually a huge executive functioning clue. And number 5, what surprised you in this semester? Because surprises almost always point to missing skills, not missing intelligence. So this is how we start to get clarity on what went wrong so that we can build a structure to help you get better. Without this step, you're just guessing, and ADHD brains do not thrive on guesswork. Also, trying harder isn't actually a strategy if you don't know what went wrong. before next semester starts, you need to hit the reset button. You need to not make a resolution, but an actual reset with an actual plan. First of all, you need to clean the slate. You need to commit to engaging support. You need to check your academic standing with the university, and you need to understand what comes into the next semester. Are there incompletes? Are there holds? Are there financial aid issues? Do you have to get a certain GPA to even stay in college? And then next, you want to rebuild your executive functioning foundation. There are 4 pillars that I teach my students. Number 1, visibility. You need everything in one place. No mystery deadlines, no hidden tasks. If you found yourself not actually knowing what was due in classes, you either need to figure it out or you need support to walk with you through it every single week so that those tasks are no longer invisible and hidden in the electronic portal, but that they're out front and that you know what to do. Number 2, structure. You need some weekly planning. You need some anchor points in your day that you always engage in academic tasks so that you can stay on top of them. These are things that we help our coaching students with all the time. Number 3, you need some scaffolding. And here's the thing, you may have to build this scaffolding yourself. You do not have to do this alone. You can utilize things like body doubling, office hours, coaching, academic success centers, but you have to actually engage those supports to give yourself the support to accomplish the semester that you want to have. And number 4, and this is the biggest one, self-advocacy. You need to communicate early and clearly so that you don't wait until things are on fire to try to repair them. A good place to start is to try to make sure that all of the baseline things are cared for. Is your sleep schedule good? How is your actual environment, your room, your backpack? Do you have a place to study? Do you have a home base for your task? And do you know when the deadlines are? Do you know when midterm is? Do you know when the finals are? Do you know when you have breaks throughout the semester? Also, think about your personal routines. If you always know that you are going to be gone for a family event during the semester, you need to think about how assignments fall around that and plan ahead of time. And then what you want to do is you want to try as much as possible to failure-proof your next semester. Here's the truth. Like I've said, trying harder, it's not an actual strategy. ADHD students don't need more willpower. They need systems that catch them when their executive functioning skills dip. And here are the systems that actually work. The weekly planning. This is essential. In ADHD-U, we start every week with group calls to help you plan your week. The body doubling. Motivation isn't necessarily the issue. Sometimes you just need some support to know that the person next to you is also working and this is work time so you can sit down and actually accomplish tasks. When you work alongside someone, even virtually, your brain shifts into more of an action mode and it works very, very well. This is why we run weekly study halls inside of our ADHD-U campus. Predictable checkpoints. You don't want to wait until week 7 to realize that you're drowning. You need built-in checkpoints. You need to actually go in and check and make sure that you're not missing assignments. Actually go in and look at the point structure to make sure that you're getting all of the points available in your classes. So you need to build in checkpoints, whether it's a midweek check-in, a Sunday reset, and monthly being just looking at what is working and what is not. And then you want to design your environment to support you. And this is a really big one. We need to stop trying to fix you first and focus on shaping your environment and your workspace and your schedule and your routines so that they support you in the most beneficial way possible. The repairing yourself concept can really cause confidence issues, and it's actually not all that helpful. A bad semester can hit your identity hard, but hear this, you didn't fail. Your systems failed. You weren't lazy, you were overloaded. You don't need willpower, you need structure, and structure is a skill. It can be learned, it can be practiced, and it can be strengthened. I have had students say to me, no, I actually just was lazy because I did nothing. Doing nothing isn't lazy. It can also mean that you're completely shut down and that you don't know how to activate the system to do the things that you need to do. Okay, so let's make this real and actionable. If you want to come back, your 30-day roadmap is that you need to reset your space, your sleep, and your systems. You need to build in planning and visibility tools, and you need to practice that routine. No pressure. You may not get it right every single day, but that doesn't mean we just give up on it. It means that you need to keep working on it. You need to add in support and accountability and scaffolding, whether that is with your roommate, with a study group, with an academic success center, with the Office of Students with Disability, with a tutor, or with an online community like ADHDU. Your choice on how you do it, but you're going to need that support to make these things work for you. Everything I've walked you through is just a basic foundation, but the real transformation will happen when you practice these skills consistently with people who understand how your brain works. And I don't want you to expect that you're going to get it all right the first time. You're going to try things and it won't work. And it is especially helpful to have a coach who can say to you, okay, the reason why this isn't working is this, and this is the small tweak that you can change. If that sounds like it would be beneficial to you, I would love if you would click the link below and join ADHDU. It's actually really affordable. It's $49 a month. And for less than a pizza date, you truly can have success in college because you have consistent support if you engage it. So like and subscribe for more of these videos, and thank you so much for being here. I would love it if you would leave in the comments what went wrong for you this semester and how you're going to change it.